For decades, Western Australian farmers have depended on lime sand applications to address soil pH imbalances. Traditional lime sand efficacy assessments have strongly considered calcium carbonate purity, neglecting crucial factors such as the speed of lime reaction and its ability to permeate the soil profile, as they were developed in times of annual tillage practice. In this video, soil scientist Burt Naude presents a reactivity test developed by Optima Lime. This test shows how the physical and chemical properties of liming options can significantly influence the effectiveness of soil pH remediation. Selecting the appropriate lime application solution not only enhances performance, but can also save time and money.
So the aim for today is to illustrate the reactivity. Reactivity is the ability of lime to react with acidity that's in your soil. The reactivity solution is an innovative idea that we came up at Optima Lime to illustrate the reactivity to farmers. What we got here is a solution at 4.5 pH, and the yellow color is because there's an indicator in there that goes yellow at 4.5 pH and will change to blue at around 7.5. There's about 200 mils of reactivity solution in each container, resembling a 100 millimeter square block of soil at 4.5 pH at field capacity. The same amount of acid that you'll find in your block of soil will be in this containers here. So if you look at that and you apply a ton of lime, you'll apply about 1 gram on that same surface area. So what we're going to do today is illustrate how lime sand, high-cal, the manufactured lime, and agri-cal, our new product, is going to react in these circumstances. Lime sand applied at 1 gram into the reactivity liquid is really not very reactive, as you can see. Not a lot happening there. It's really not showing much of reactivity. The fineness is probably our biggest limiting factor here. When you look at the high neutralizing values in lime sand, however, you are questioning what is happening here. Well, let me show you. When you put 1 gram in a mortar and pestle and crush it very finely down to the same fine size that they do in the lab when they do the reactivity testing, and you put that same amount, 1 gram of lime sand that's finely crushed, back into the reactivity liquid, you will see that it's going to be a totally different story, and pretty soon you're going to get a different reaction again. The fineness definitely changed the reaction of the lime sand. Takes a bit of time, but there it comes. And when it starts to react with that fine particle, it will change the pH. This is not a viable option, however, because it's very fine. It's like a talcum powder. How are you going to cart it? How are you going to spread it? Very costly to do. So we don't have that option. We've got to look at different options. So we use a crushed limestone base, infused reagents into it, and came up with a high-cal product. Tip 1 ton in there, 1 ton to the hectare, and you can see a very quick response already. You turn it a little bit, and there she goes. That's what you really want to see when you talk reactivity. It's a quick reaction in your soil. You want to get rid of that aluminium, and that's what's going to drive it. A quick reaction will lift your pH. It's also going to go easier through the soil because it's reactive. It's reacting and it's going through the soil. The agri-cal is our new product that we started a few years ago to address the challenges we face. We've got lots of lime sand available. We use the same lime sand base, use reagents similar to what we use in the high calc case onto the sand, and you apply that at the same 1 ton mark, and you can see the reagents react quicker, and there's definitely a quick reaction with this product. It's got a higher pH than just calcium carbonate as well, so there's a quicker reaction from that perspective. The pH value of lime sand sits about 8.5, 8.7, around there, calcium carbonate. The reagents in here has got a fair loading of calcium hydroxide, so your pHs is very different in these two products. You're talking pHs of about 11, 10.5 to 11. So very high pH products, and that gives us this quick reaction. When you look at that, that's a product that I will use on my farm to get the desired result. Coming back to the lime sand, you guys can see that not a lot has happened here yet, and I'm going to try and see what's going to happen if I put a bit more in. So I'm going to put another ton in there, and hopefully that'll do something. Yeah, no, still slow. Let's put another ton in there. So you can see more on is not a solution here. It's got nothing to do with improving the reactivity. The reactivity of the product is the limitation. So we're going to come into this scenario here for a solution on your farm, where you will have a quicker reactivity, so a result that's going to change that subsoil where the real problem is. We've got to get there, we've got to get the lime into that situation. I think from my perspective, I know where I'm going to go for my choices as a farmer. The manufactured limes make good sense.
Optima Lime offers a range of lime sand and lime technology products specifically designed for Western Australian farmers. To learn how Optima Lime can help improve your soil, contact their product experts or staff soil scientists at optimalime.com.au.